to start off my Intro to Dune series by talking about sandworms and topics related to them. So this video, I want to talk about 5 fun facts about sandworms in Dune. And I probably should put fun in quotations because it's fun to me, but I'm sure to you, probably not. Hey, welcome to my Intro to Dune series. I'm trying to do these intro videos in 5 minutes or less. I don't think this video will actually qualify, but I'm gonna try. And basically these Intro to Dune videos are just introductory lessons into Dune because I'm trying to get people super excited about the Dune movie coming out this December. Please go watch it. I need more Dune in my life. So this video is actually about sandworms, and sandworms are probably the first thing you think of when you think of the Dune series by Frank Herbert, or maybe The Spice Must Flow. Probably what you think of first is a spice. And there's honestly a lot to talk about when it comes to these majestic beasts, so I'm going to just do 5 fun facts and get through it as quickly as I can, and in the future I'll do more in-depth Dune videos. Let's start with number 1, because when you're doing a top 5, you generally start with 1, or 5. I'm starting with 1. Sandworms are native to Arrakis, and they actually have a few other names by the natives of Arrakis, who are the Fremen, who actually viewed them as spiritual symbols of their faith. So they would also call them the Maker, the Old Man of the Desert, Old Father Eternity, Grandfather of the Desert, or Shah Hulud. And calling them all these ancient names makes sense because the sandworms' lifespans reach thousands of years. So for any sentient being on Arrakis, they're ancient. Okay, let's move on to number 2. They're huge. Now, this isn't so much fun for me because I'm afraid of really big things, such as on our Earth, the largest known creature is the blue whale, which is 33 meters, and absolutely terrified of whales. They are just way too big. Well, guess what? The largest sandworm on Dune? 450 meters. Are you fucking kidding me? So, on Arrakis, the largest male adult sandworm can reach over 1,300 feet in length and 300 feet at its widest. And its mouth? Oh, its mouth can get up to 80 feet in diameter. By the way, in that mouth that can get up to 80 feet in diameter, there are 1,000 teeth in a circular pattern. And the teeth, God, thankfully, are used not because they like to kill, but simply because they're defending their territory. See, sandworms are incredibly territorial. They don't want other sandworms or potential threats to their domain in question. Because of that, they will investigate any rhythmic vibration. And more often than not, before the sandworm breached the sand, there would be dry lightning due to the static electricity being discharged in the air. So I guess you got a little bit of a warning. Besides you creating a rhythmic pattern. I feel like that was more than one fun fact in this slot. Also, I don't know if these facts are so much fun as they are terrifying. At least to me. Also, I'm pretty sure this video is not going to be under 5 minutes. Number 3. It is believed about 3,000 years before the time of the first book, the Fremen learned by accident that they could ride the sandworms. Those that first tried met some terrible deaths. Of course, you know, you live, you learn, you die. But soon they found the right techniques to become a worm rider with minimal chance of death. And actually, calling and riding a sandworm was a rite of passage for the Fremen when you turned 12. Probably because they were terrible parents. Number 4. Their basic life cycle is a bit weird, and I'm going to do a separate video about that at some point, but for this number, I just want you to know that spice is created by the excretions of sand trout, which are larval forms of sandworms, mixing with the water to form a pre-spice mass, which eventually blows, and in the exposure to the air and sun is turned into spice. This spice is vital to the Dune universe and gives you a lot of great benefits, which my next Dune video will cover. So just know sandworms are such an important part and the only way to create spice in the Dune verse, and the spice is vital. Finally, number 5. Water is fatal to a sandworm and causes them to die a very violent and painful death. Fun facts, right? Drowning a sandworm in water caused it to release a liquid that came out of the creature at its moment of death. So, you know, those that were drowning it had to watch for death spasms of the sandworm to make sure they collected it at the right moment. This liquid from the creature would mix with water and create the water of life, a poisonous blue liquid that helped create the Reverend Mothers. The aspiring Reverend Mother would convert the liquid from the deadly toxin by altering its molecular structure through subatomic psychokinetic manipulation, and if she survived, she became an official Reverend Mother, while a poor innocent creature died a violent, terrible death. And with the Fremen's Reverend Mothers, she would change it, and then they would get high off of the narcotic and have spice orgies. Because, you know, you make a living creature go through a violent, terrible death, use their death excretions, you mix it, you make it into a narcotic, and then you just have a crazy fucking orgy from it. While that dead creature's, like, just over there. Sounds totally legit. Hey, so I guess those were 5 fun facts about sandworms. On future reflection, maybe I should theme these videos a little bit better.